I love saffron because it just adds that extra flavor to a dish that you can't get anywhere else. And it's not like an immediate flavor, it's a very subtle flavor. But you can't have paella without saffron. You can't have risotto Milanese without saffron. Rumi Spice is a social enterprise. We import saffron from rural Afghan farmers to the international marketplace. And Afghanistan happens to grow some of the world's best saffron. Rumi Spice was founded by a group of veterans who have all served in Afghanistan. We really believe that the way to a sustainable future for Afghanistan is through economic empowerment of the Afghan people. Afghanistan is now rife with an opium problem. Saffron is the best way for Afghan farmers to help avoid the problem of poppy and opium and the influence that the Taliban has on these farmers.
I spent 4 years in the Marine Corps. I was an infantryman. I spent the fall of 2010 and spring of 2011 in Helmand Province, Afghanistan. When we got to Afghanistan in September, the only thing growing at the time was marijuana. It kind of went hand in hand with why they grow opium in Afghanistan. They're all farmers. That's how they make their living. And opium and marijuana are two of the most lucrative cash crops for them. The problem is most of that money goes to the Taliban, not to the farmers themselves. Our job was to try to convince them to grow something else, but a lot of the farmers just weren't interested. Wheat wasn't going to make them any money, opium would, and so would marijuana. And that was the biggest thing, was money for them.
So saffron actually gives farmers up to 6 times more income than growing poppy for opium. And so it's a viable alternative for an income source for farmers and their families. We source directly from these farmers who we know. We know every single one of them. We know their families, we know where they live. And it's because we have people on the ground who work with the farmers on a daily basis. We've only been in operation for about a year, but Rumi Spice, because of what we've sold so far, has now doubled the production of saffron from our farmers. So they're actually planning on growing twice as much saffron than they did this past year. And that's amazing, in just 1 year. Afghanistan is worth investing in. And if we truly want Afghanistan to succeed in the long term, we're going to have to empower these Afghan farmers. And I truly believe that they're the key to peace and prosperity for Afghanistan.